Welcome to D.A.D, the show for dads, by dads, but not exclusive to dads. If you've come back for the second episode, you're amazing. I want to get to know you on a personal level because Uncle Brad wants you to get in touch with me so we can chat because you're amazing. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the perils of school pickups and drop-offs and how those little tiny moments in our lives can turn us ordinary people into complete fucking arseholes. Anyway, let's roll the intro. But before I begin, we actually have email this time, guys. It's not from my mom, it's not from my dad, it's not from my wife, and it's not from my kids.
Hi there, Brad. I liked your first video. I've been to a restaurant a few times with my little ones, but thankfully they've never had to relieve themselves at the table. I have 2 boys and a girl, middle child. They are super intelligent for their age and I love them to bits. But what I wanted to ask you about is when random people meet your kids. I'll see if you can relate. I've taken all of mine to work before, and in my mind I already know who's designated to look after them while I'm out of the office, or who they can be trusted with. What annoys the ratatouille out of me is when they say my littlest one is in the hands of i.e. Ellen, and some random guy walks in, i.e. Eddie, and now I don't mind him smiling at my kid or talking to him, but the moment he touches them or goes to pick them up, I do shout.
Actually, upon reading that, I don't think it's a legitimate email. It almost sounds to me as if this gentleman is talking about fictional kids, or he has manifested these child personalities into soft toys. All right, so let's go to answering his question. I think the biggest issue you have is that A, you don't have children, B, they're soft toys, and C, if someone wants to grab a soft toy and share a little bit of love, just share the love. There's no need to hold on to them. However, if these were actual kids, I would say stranger danger. So what is it about school pickups and drop-offs that are so mind-blowingly confusing, frustrating, dangerous, and above all stressful? All the years that we spent learning how to drive, passing our driver's tests. I mean, there are some of you out there that have bought your licenses. This one's about you. When it comes to just dropping off your kid and picking them up, we just lose all of that training. We just become these crazy individuals. They're like, I'll park where I want to. I'll park in the middle of a road. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to tell you this, but simply stopping wherever you want to stop and popping on your hazards doesn't legally give you the right to stop there. All right, it's not just like a loophole that you've managed to find in the system. Stop doing it. Logically, you park like a douche lord and you take up 2 bays or 2 parking spaces, naturally, it's going to have a knock-on effect. You know, and I understand that people are in a rush to drop your kids off. I'm including myself in this mix. I'm not innocent in any way, shape, or form. I'm just highlighting a fact of it's crazy. It's crazy town. And I'm not quoting the band. But then you think, light bulb moment. I'm going to get there 10, 15 minutes earlier, get myself a parking space. But you can't because every other person has already decided to do it. So you get there 10, 15 minutes earlier and everyone else is doing the same thing. It's almost like some people decide to camp half a day outside of the school. And I've been thinking about this. And I think there's one person in particular that I blame.
Hello, this is Baz.
Hey, Baz.
This is Baz speaking. Hello.
Hey, Baz, it's Brad from D.A.D.
Sorry, who are you?
D.A.D.
Don't know.
The non-hit YouTube show. Of course you're not going to hear about us because we're not famous in any way, shape or form, and you and I don't know each other on any personal level at all either.
Right, so why are you phoning me at this bloody time?
Alright, well, yeah.
Hello, it's like 2 in the
I
freaking
do
morning.
apologise for calling you at this time because I obviously know there's a bit of a time difference here,
There's a
but I
big
thought it
time
was
difference, mate.
imperative that I get this message across to you as soon as
I
possible.
tell you what, this better be a bloody good fucking
Yeah,
message.
I just wanted to let you know that you f***ed up.
Excuse me?
You f***ed up. Seriously, Baz.
How dare you?
You know, you had one chance with that song of yours, Sunscreen, to actually part some knowledge,
That was a really good
some
song.
useful knowledge to parents out there.
Excuse me, I'm
you know,
talking, yeah.
maybe, I don't know, something like don't act like an absolute when picking up and dropping off your kid at school.
Excuse me, mate.
Instead, you go with
I'm
some
talking here.
knowledge of, you know, respect your parents and you know, silly malarkey like that.
Silly malarkey, mate. It was a fantastic fucking night.
No, I
It's
understand.
fucking 2 in the morning, mate.
I
You don't
understand what time
how
it is,
frustrated I
Baz,
really
but
am.
hello? Thanks again for viewing this episode, and if you want to get in contact, drop us an email, drop us a line, tell us what you think of the show, tell us what you don't think of the show, tell us what you'd like to see on the show, tell me anything about the show. I'm not going to tell you to do the subscribing thing, although this is kind of subliminally telling you to subscribe. I don't know, I've seen it before, And a lot of vloggers tend to do this. So, and I think this is like a universal sign for subscribe. So, next week's episode is going to be slightly different. We're going to have a bit of a change in the show and the format of the show. So I hope you guys come back next week to check it out and let us know what you think. And hopefully stick around. Sorry guys, just going to have a quick sip. Yeah man, I make a good cup of tea. And yeah, if you're wondering, I've started my son's mug. I'm not ashamed. This is probably going to start a bit of a war, but Batman so should have annihilated Superman, right? You heard it here first.